CEO accidentally noticed that his sister-in-law's morning sickness was quite severe. He asked the nanny how to relieve it. The nanny suggested eating something sour. The CEO quietly took note of this. Later in the evening, he made a bowl of sour plum soup in advance. As he walked into the living room with the soup, he happened to see his sister-in-law rushing to the bathroom because of her nausea. He handed her the sour plum soup. His sister-in-law asked how he knew she wanted something sour. The CEO awkwardly didn't know how to answer. He had felt an attraction toward her from the first time they met, but after learning that his older brother died in a car accident while buying a gift for her, he blamed his brother's death entirely on his sister-in-law. His mother, however, knew that she was a good daughter-in-law. At his brother's funeral, she vowed to take good care of her and the unborn child. After the funeral, they brought her back to live with them. Initially, the CEO thought his sister-in-law was a gold digger, believing she came to his family only for wealth. He had been cold and distant toward her, but one day, his assistant told him that his sister-in-law didn't even know her husband was a rich man. In fact, she had worked 3 jobs to support his brother's entrepreneurial dreams. The CEO then realized he had misunderstood her, but it was too late. At that point, his sister-in-law was being forced by her brother to marry an old bachelor for a bride price. In a panic, the CEO called her, but the phone was broken. He realized she might be in danger. Without hesitation, he took his bodyguards and drove to her hometown. Meanwhile, the woman broke free from her brother and ran. She twisted her ankle and fell to the ground. Soon, her brother caught up to her, but the woman refused to marry the old bachelor, insisting that she was pregnant with her husband's child. However, her brother didn't care. He only thought about marrying her off to the old man for the dowry. At the critical moment, the CEO arrived just in time. Her brother immediately recognized him as the second son of the wealthiest family. He couldn't understand how the woman was connected to the CEO. When the CEO revealed that she was his sister-in-law, her brother immediately knelt down to apologize. He claimed he hadn't known her true identity and begged the CEO to let them go. But the CEO, wanting to seek justice for his sister-in-law, decided they would have to pay a painful price. The brother immediately begged the woman for mercy. Unexpectedly, the woman suddenly fainted. The CEO rushed to take her to the hospital. After examination, it was found that her ankle was fractured, and she needed surgery immediately. However, the general anesthesia might endanger the baby. Without hesitation, her mother-in-law insisted on the surgery, but the woman overheard their conversation and refused to undergo general anesthesia. She insisted that her child, being the only bloodline of her and her husband, could not be put in any danger. Eventually, she decided to have the surgery without anesthesia. The doctors worried that she wouldn't be able to tolerate the pain, and suggested that a family member accompany her. The CEO immediately volunteered to stay with his sister-in-law during the surgery.